Zimbabwe has been in trouble for many years, at least since the beginning of the century, since 2000, when the population of Zimbabwe voted against Zanu PF in a referendum, in a constitutional referendum. This sent Robert Mugabe and Zanu PF into a state of shock because they thought that they had the support of the people. They thought they had crushed their enemy, which was Ian Smith first, and then Joshua Nkomo afterwards. So they thought that they would rule forever, more or less. Now they've lost power, and so they are in a state of shock. Mugabe is quite old now. He'll be 94 in February next year. So my expectation is that he is disoriented. He may not even know what is happening around him. He may not even be aware that he has been deposed. So when he is grounded, so to speak, and he can't tell anyone to drive him to wherever he wants to drive to, which is what the military has said, he's under house arrest. So my guess is that Mugabe is very disoriented where he is now. Politically, what seems to be emerging is that Emerson Mnangagwa, the vice president who was fired a few days ago, will be appointed by the military as the interim president. And another vice president who was fired by Mugabe, Mrs. Mujuru, will be brought back as another vice president. There is a second vice president already. And the opposition leader, I'm told, is being offered the job he had before as prime minister. On the economic front, Zimbabwe is in bad shape, but Zimbabwe is a rich country. It's got huge natural resources. So I don't think it will take very long to resuscitate the economy. It's got gold, it's got platinum, it's got lots of natural resources. So it can, with good management, with stability, political stability, let me say, the economy can get back on its feet fairly quickly in the sense that within a year it will start showing results. I don't expect any new faces to appear in Zimbabwe. The man who, Emerson Mnangagwa, he's an old hand, he's 75, he's been in government since 1980 himself. So I don't expect any new changes. Mrs. Mujuru has also been in government since 1908. So these are the old Zanu PF elite, if you wish. So I don't expect any new. The younger crowd, which was around Mrs. Mugabe, obviously has not pleased the military. So I think they will be sidelined completely. Anyway, I don't think they have anything to offer Zimbabwe. They have not shown any new capabilities, any new abilities. They have not shown any new abilities in relation to Southern Africa as a whole. So they were power hungry, people like Jonathan Moyo and others, but they have no value add that they have added either to Zimbabwe or to Southern Africa. So they will be pushed aside. So I think, yes, we're back to the Zanu PF plus Movement for Democratic Change coalition that we saw in 2009 to 2013. I think they are tired of Mugabe, but they have no great trust in the army because the army has been supporting Mugabe. For example, they were very active in rigging the elections. The military officers were part of Mugabe's election rigging processes. So I don't think Zimbabweans are expecting any miracles to happen with the military regime. Emerson Mnangagwa himself has been running the secret police, which have been terrorizing the population of Zimbabwe for many years. So they won't expect any great changes to happen to their situation. Of course, the removal of Mugabe will be seen as good news, but the fact that Mugabe is being replaced by another Mugabe, Mugabe Mark Two, which is Emerson Mnangagwa, is not a great sign to celebrate. But Mnangagwa doesn't have the craftiness of a Mugabe. Mugabe is a unique politician, he's a unique figure. He could combine liberation with repression, which no one else in Southern Africa can do. So that is the uniqueness of the man. Very evil, but also capable of doing lots of, or was capable of rebuilding his country, which in the 80s he tried to do, and there were good results to show for it.